What's going on, guys? First team builder for VBL Season 2. I am taking on the St. Michael's Alcremies, which is a newcomer to the league. We talked about the draft earlier in the week, so here's what I've got. Gen 4 only: Cresselia, Heatran, Tangrowth, Gastrodon, Rhyperior, Drapion, Riolu, Abomasnow, Munchlax, Rotom, and Mime Jr. I suspect this will basically be the same throughout the season, because I'm going to stick with Gen 4 only throughout the season, and there's not much else I can pick up. On the opponent's side, they've got Whimsicott, Dracozolt, Hydreigon, Alcremie, Corviknight, Chandelure, Jellicent, Weavile, Caracosta, Centiskorch, and Amora. So I'm expecting Whimsicott, Hydreigon 100%. Chandelure and Jellicent, I expect either one of those, but not both, to stop Trick Room, or even potentially set up her own Trick Room with Caracosta. Because other than Munchlax, Caracosta is slower than everything on my team. Corviknight's just good for Mirror Armor and decent typing. The only reason she wouldn't bring it is because of Heatran, I think, maybe even Rotom. Dracozolt and Weavile I expect would come as a combo with a Weakness Policy Dracozolt. Electric isn't the greatest type against me because I've got 2 immunities plus Lightning Rod and a bunch of resistances as well. 3 resistances, so maybe she won't bring Dracozolt. Alcremie I would expect just for some Decorate onto Hydreigon. I have a big Hydreigon problem, that's for sure. My only fairy type is Mime Jr., who's obviously not going to do a lot of damage to a Hydreigon. And yeah, Caracosta is like a very hard, maybe bordering on no. Like I said, it's just for her own Trick Room option. And then Centiskorch and Amora, definitely not. Centiskorch is bad against like everything on my team, except for Tangrowth and Abomasnow. So that's what I'm bringing, or sorry, that's what I think I'm going to face. How do I solve a Hydreigon problem? Let's get into my team. Is that showing now? Yes. Alright, so we're leading off with first week. I did this last season with the special Cinderace. Got to lead off with something that makes people always have it in the back of their mind, and that's the weakness policy, Cresselia. Levitate, obviously, Trick Room, Skill Swap, Moonblast, Shadow Ball. The spread here is to maximize bulk. Obviously, I'm going to be maxing this Cresselia, ideally. So with this amount of special attack investment, I get a guaranteed one-hit KO at +2 on Dynamax Hydreigon with a Life Orb and max HP. I believe it is also like 80% to a max Dracozolt with max HP, which I don't think they're both going to have max HP. That would be wild. But you got to prepare for worst case scenarios. Shadow Ball is there for coverage onto the Corviknight, Chandelure, Jellicent. So with just Ghost and Fairy, I hit everything for at least neutral damage, and super effective damage on the Dracozolt, Hydreigon, Chandelure, Jellicent, Weavile. Yep. So most of the things I'm worried about. And Skill Swap is obviously there for either the Heatran or Rhyperior, which we will get into now. Rhyperior with Assault Vest, Lightning Rod, as I talked about before with the Dracozolt, always good to have. Rock Slide, Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Max Attack, and a ton of special defense. With an Assault Vest that gets me up to, what's half of that, 53, 159 special defense. And if I max this guy, he's almost at 400 HP, and that attack stat is ridiculous. So with Rock, Ground, Electric, and Ice, I hit Whimsicott, Dracozolt, Hydreigon, Corviknight, Chandelure, Jellicent, Weavile, Caracosta, Centiskorch, and Amora. His entire team for super effective damage. So, if my Cresselia strat doesn't work, Rhyperior is definitely a backup. Heatran, Life Orb, Flash Fire. She doesn't have any ground types, I believe, so I'm not terribly concerned. Obviously, Hydreigon can have Earth Power, Dracozolt can have Earthquake or High Horsepower or something. But otherwise, and probably Caracosta as well. Otherwise, not too concerned. The HP here is to get the least amount of damage from Life Orb, 16N plus 1. And then I just maxed special attack and then tried to even out the defenses in a way that Flash Cannon gives me the best boost from a +1 defense, so I have an even number of defense. And then I just put my remaining point in speed because I don't want an odd number in either of these. It's just wasting a point. So if Trick Room goes up, I can skill swap because Cresselia is... So ideally I would skill swap onto Rhyperior before Trick Room and after Trick Room onto Heatran, if possible. Like I could protect, skill swap, and Heat Wave or something. I'm not even sure I want Trick Room. We'll see. Gastrodon with a Citrus Berry, Protect, Recover, Blizzard, and Earth Power. Already super bulky without any HP investments, so I decided to put most of it into defense and a little bit into special defense. Those are about equal now. And then maxing the special attack with a Quiet Nature. Storm Drain's obviously here for the Jellicent and the Caracosta. Hydreigon could also know Hydro Pump, which I do expect to be brought because of the Heatran and the Rhyperior. So that would be a good scouting option. Just like protect whatever I have that's weak against it, and then swapping Gastrodon if it is a Hydro Pump Hydreigon. Or Surf. Actually, Surf would be better because then it ignores the Storm Drain. But we'll see. Super tanky with Citrus Berry, Recover. If I get the +1, this thing's going to do a ton of damage. Half of that is 79, right? Yes. So that goes up to 239. No, 237, which is a lot after a +1 boost. But mainly here for defense. And Blizzard and Earth Power means super effective against Whimsicott, Dracozolt, Hydreigon, Chandelure, Caracosta. Like the water moves don't add much here. Blizzard's going to be neutral on Corviknight. Same with the water moves. And it's super effective against Chandelure, which I'm already super effective with Earth Power. Centiskorch, that you don't expect to see it, so I don't really care. Watch me eat my words. Then I got my Light Clay Abomasnow with Protect, Aura Veil, Aurora Veil, Blizzard, and Woodhammer. Mixing up the physical and special. They're the exact same stat, so it doesn't really matter. Going with a minus speed nature. Neither Dracozolt or Hydreigon can one-shot this thing without a super effective move. And I don't expect them to have Rock, Fire, or what else do we have? Fighting, Poison, Flying. Dracozolt could have a flying move. They're definitely not going to have a bug move. And one of them could have a steel move, so maybe this is a little ambitious. I honestly don't even expect to bring this thing. We'll see. If they have a really passive team, I can bring it in just to set up Aurora Veil turn 1. And then Cresselia is like unkillable with how much defensive investment there is. Ice and Grass give me super effective against Whimsicott, Dracozolt, Hydreigon. Neutral against Corviknight and Alcremie. Not very effective against Chandelure, which, I mean, I shouldn't be playing Abomasnow against Chandelure anyway. Super effective against Jellicent, neutral to Weavile, super effective against Caracosta. And, like, the base power on these moves is huge. 110, Blizzard always going to hit. I could get a freeze and just win. 20 with Woodhammer. Does have recoil, but whatever. And then... Oh, and the defenses are equal again. But, yeah, the max without boosts. I suspect that either Dracozolt or Hydreigon will have a weakness policy. That's another thing. If they are weakness policy, Cresselia doesn't die to a +2 without Life Orb. The only thing Cresselia will die to is a Hydreigon that gets decorated and has Life Orb. It will die to a max darkness in that case. Finally, we have Mime Jr. That's right. Bring in Mime Jr. to week 1 with a Focus Sash, soundproof because Filter, he's gonna die anyway. Like, look at the defense and the HP. Technician, I don't have any moves that will make use of Technician other than Fake Out, which my attack stat is 40, so that'll increase it by like 1 damage, which I mean might matter, but I doubt it. Soundproof could save me from something. I think Yawn is a sound move, so if they have something with Yawn, that could be good. Anyway, Fake Out, Ally Switch, Sucker Punch, Thunderbolt. This will be my lead with Cresselia in the first game, hopefully. Fake Out is there for... why am I bringing Fake Out? The sun just rose and hit me in the face. Fake Out would mainly be there for the Whimsicott. Yeah. Ally Switch for obvious shenanigans, Sucker Punches to activate the weakness policy, and Thunderbolt is there to 2-hit KO Corviknight. Believe it or not, with max special attack, like it's pretty good. 134 special attack. Thunderbolt going into Corviknight's going to do a chunk. So yeah, that was the best coverage move I could come up with. Also going to hit Jellicent and Caracosta fairly hard. And max speed, just because like I don't need the HP. What's it going to do? I've got 96 HP instead of 127. Like, whoop-de-doo. Yeah, so ideally I just Sucker Punch Cresselia, max Cresselia right away, weakness policy with max Starfall will 1-hit KO the Hydreigon if it's maxed, which puts me in a hugely advantageous spot. And then either Rhyperior or Heatran can just clean it up. And if Mime does end up living a turn, then sweet. Oh, that's another thing. If Mime Jr. gets faked out, or like if I do want to fake out the Whimsicott, I assume he's just going to max Darkness into Cresselia with a Hydreigon, in which case my weakness policy goes off anyway. I do take a bit of damage. It's like 60% with a Life Orb. But then the Hydreigon goes down anyway. So I don't need the Sucker Punch, and I mean this could finish off something with a Focus Sash too. So we'll see. Mime Jr. is a key piece in in this strategy. So there's the team. I mean, it's not a. My entire team isn't very good. Let's be honest, but I'm going to be bringing a lot of gimmicks this season, and if I win 5 games, I'm ecstatic. So just here to have fun, and hopefully we have a good match. Thanks for watching. Peace.